Yeah, the civilians would get to have RPGs, bazookas, and all this crap. The cartels couldn't run through the streets in their vehicles. RPG, boom! Oh, there's that vehicle, another person that's ready. Boom! Oh, there goes that vehicle, another one. Boom! There goes that vehicle. And they wouldn't get to run around and do what they're doing. Your leaders don't want you to have arms because they want to do it their way and put you in danger. They don't care about you. They don't care about the citizens of their countries. All they care about is working together to make sure they're making money. They're making money off these weapons and everything else. Apparently, the United States government was actually giving stuff to the cartels to make them stronger. And then creating all this mess. Because they didn't show you how they took out the leader. Where's the video footage? They showed you how they took out the leader or confiscated the leader of Venezuela in a way. But it was AI. They don't show you no real actual footage of how they're doing it and how it's working and all this. They just believe us. The gullible people will trust and believe without question. And they know it. That's why Trump said, I love the uneducated. Because they're so gullible. They'll believe anything when it sounds good. You don't sit back, you don't question, well, if the citizens all had what an army has, well, these people couldn't run through the cities like they do and do what they're doing. They would be gone in a freaking 2 hours, tops. It would be over. They don't want that. They want these cartels. Criminals need criminals, and they all work together because it's a criminal justice system for criminals to be criminals, to exist. If we went back to the days like we're supposed to, the people could kill the criminals. Catch them committing a crime that has a victim created, and you see it, you witnessed it, and you can kill them. Oh no, we're the leaders, and we got people to do that, and it's one of us. The people is us. They're hiring to put guns in our hands and bombs in our hands. All the American people or the Mexican citizens, they can't handle having weapons in their hands, weapons of mass destruction. But then they hire us to put those things into our hands for their benefit, not ours. If we was able to be armed like the army, we would benefit with peace. A well-armed country cannot be attacked. If you look it up, back in 1940 whatever, or 1920 something, when we went to war with Japan, the leader said, flat out, we cannot attack America because behind every blade of grass is someone with a gun. Not bombs, not grenades, even dynamite. People had dynamite then. It was legal. It wasn't illegal. It wasn't regulated. And to try to get it to where, like in Mexico and Venezuela and these other countries where the citizens can't have guns and dynamite and grenades and all this stuff, they can easily go in and attack them. Because the people can't own arms to get up and fight the invasion. You need to wake up to this crap. To how it all works. They got you asleep. Oh, we got to be afraid of guns. We got to protect the kids. It ain't about that. The fact of the matter is, they need the people disarmed so they can have wars to take over the people. So, you can't be free. You can't have worldwide peace when they always want war. Trump threw it in your face when he changed it from the Department of Defense to defend yourself from other invaders, other countries that want to come here and invade us, to the Department of War. We're for war. We're warmongers. We want to go to war. We don't want Department of Peace. We don't want a Department of Defense no more. We want a Department of War so we can go to war with other people. War on drugs, which is war on you who has drugs. A war on guns. Well, it's a war on you who has guns. Who are they punishing? They ain't just confiscating the guns and confiscating the drugs and says, we're taking all this. This is what our war is against, and we're going to make sure nobody has this. But you'll be left alone. But if you fight back, yeah, then they're going to, but if they're there just to take the drugs and take the guns and, and they're not going to shoot you or whatever, they just want that. They won't punish you just because you have it. Oh, it's illegal to have it. We're going to just make it illegal to have it. Not just make it a war on whatever the item is, the thing. We just want to go to war and have fun and shoot people up and use our toys, grown-up toys, grenades, bombs, and all this stuff. They're grown-up toys, and they're not going to have them, and let them sit there and all that money go to waste when that stuff goes bad. And so they got to use it. There's an expiration date on these things. Gunpowder or whatever they use now does go bad. It don't last forever. You could take dynamite and you can have it sitting somewhere, and when it gets old enough, it'll have this stuff that's sweating out of it. And that's called nitro, which makes it more highly explosive. And so if you pick one up, and you got to be careful, and you pick one up, if a little drop of sweat of that stuff drops off and hits, it explodes. And if it drops off and hits those other dynamite sticks, boom, you're gone. They got Western movies on that. Clint Eastwood, I think, had one of them Western movies where they're sitting there and just gently just grabbing it and picking it up and trying their hardest not to let it slip out their fingers, or they're making it. And they're sitting there and they're slowly pouring it to strain it out, hoping that it won't go boom on them. Dangerous freedom. Oh, but we can't have that no more. We got to keep you safe, which is an excuse to take your right to have what you need to defend yourself, your family, your community, your neighbors, your other loved ones everywhere, your friends. Oh, no. You can't have any of that to protect any of you. We'll do it. That's what we're here for. And you're quietly sitting at home. Someone breaks into your house. Where are they at? Tell me. Where are they at? They're there for your protection from other people. Where are they at? We're just a phone call away. And my door's right there. Oh, someone kicks it in, comes in, and I don't have no weapon, and I'm just effed. Just boom, I'm gone. And then they take what they want. And then they leave. And then the cops show up after you're gone. And they're gone. You all are just so blind to authority and safety, thinking that it's all going to work. It's already been proven for 40 years, 60 years. It don't work. It's a myth. This government sits here, the authority sits here, feeds you myths. And you sit here gullibly believe it. And they love it. That's why they exist. And there's chaos all over the place. Why is there all this chaos? I'm stupid. I can't figure it out. Why is there all this chaos? Because we all ain't got weapons freely to prevent it. The masses cannot prevent what the authority that are the true criminals needs to exist. If everybody's in peace, there's no chaos, what's there to run on for president? Tell me. If there's no chaos, there's no drug problem, there's no gun problem, everybody's in peace, but everybody's got weapons, and people's doing drugs, but there ain't nothing bad going on, what do they got to run on? So you can vote them in. There's all this chaos. We needed to vote someone in to fix it, and they caused it. Both sides caused it. I could bring up valid evidence. Both sides wants gun laws. Both sides wants regulations on guns. None of them. Those people that sat up there and that one guy with that old rifle, he was smiling when he said, "From my cold dead heads," looking at everybody just laughing in his head and then going laughing out loud because he's laughing at all of them fools. And everybody's in there, yeah, woohoo, and lurping it up as they're sitting there laughing and joking. They was joking. They was pulling your leg. They ain't going to do what they tell you they're going to do. You're just to assume they will. Oh, they said they'll do it, so they're going to do it. I'm going to blindly believe it like a little gullible child. Children is more easily manipulated because they're just young and dumb and gullible. Well, there's a lot of old and gullible people out there. Because they just blindly believe. And just thinks that these people's going to do something. How long have you been voting? How many presidents have we gone through? And still, and now, it's worse. So, y'all keep being for wanting a ruler, but you're never going to get the peace you want. Never. Till people stops wanting rulers. And it's ingrained into the children. And then they ingrain it into their children. And we show them. We got video proof. We got video evidence to show the kids and teach them. Look at what happens when you have a leader. Look at what happens when the leader or the ruler takes the guns. The people ain't got the guns over here. So they got war going on, and they got these cartel members running around with none of the civilians being able to have guns to get out there, even grenades or whatever. One breaks a window and the other one's ready to throw the grenade in the truck or the car. Boom! Over. And the one standing in the back where the window's right here, boom! Blows them up. Sends glass all into them. Kills them. Oh, but no, we don't want the civilians out. They're all stupid. But yet they hire civilians and hand them guns and grenades and bombs and all this stuff, bazookas and shit, and they even accidentally kill their own. Well, it's friendly fire and it's an accident, so. They enjoy sending us out to do their, or fix something they started. They started it, and we're the ones to fix it. You don't fight for no freedom. You don't fight for America. You fight for Washington, D.C., Israel, the UN, the UK, Britain, Europe. You fight for all of them. They're in control. Oh, America's the most racist country out there. Go to China. Do you see mixed races? Do you see lots of black people there? Do you see lots of Mexicans there? Any other races? No. Go to Japan. Do you see a bunch of mixed races? Blacks, Mexicans, and etc.? No. Only in America. Oh, but then America's racist, and all these men are weak. Oh, he called me the N-word. I'm going to cry and whine, and I'm going to get violent like a little 4-year-old. F the First Amendment, where everybody got, well, you're going to call us a name? You're going to say uncivilized mutts. Same thing as saying the N-word. So you're just as much of a hypocrite. Well, I'm going to call them names, and I might find one that they don't really like, but they can't do nothing to me because I have a right to say it. But if they say something I don't like, then I'm going to shoot them, I'm going to beat them up, I'm going to get violent because I'm a hypocrite. Sticks and stones. Stop being hypocrites, stop being blind, get off your butt and do something. Instead of sitting here bitching like a little girl. All these men around here on social media sitting here bitching at each other like little girls. What do? There's nothing we can do. Yeah, there is. Oh, no, there's not. We can't do that because they said we can't do that. So we got to sit here and agree with the enemy that we can't rise up to stop the enemy. No, it ain't the right. Don't turn them into martyrs. You go after them, you're going to turn the enemy, the evil ones, into a martyr. You're all a joke. Who don't understand this and goes along with all this crap. You're all a joke. You're all a bunch of little whiny babies. Wah! He called me a name. Wah! Where's the cops? He called me a name. Bunch of little whiny ass men out there. You all take care. Bye.